Hey everybody, welcome back to Supreme Fuzzler. I am Strange Fuzz, picking up from where I last left off, which we had just finished at Atlantic Park, and I'm now on the outside of it. I had decided to do something that I kind of touched on and failed in the last video, which was running up the roller coaster, because there's lore there. Not this one. I picked this one up on the rocks that I'm kind of standing on a little further back. Well, let's talk about it. There is a story, Sweetling. You will hear it on the lips of a drunken sailor or a fisherman or the disgraced captain of an oil tanker. This story will be hard to find and can be heard in any port in the world. The details change, but always there will be a floating city hidden by magic traveling the seas of the world as a leviathan ghost. Always the intoxicated tongue will mutter purple. A day or a week later the storyteller will go missing, never to be seen again. Only a fool would believe such a tale, but the dark days initiate the fool's prerogative. Everything is true. The purple people, their ships in the night, since civilization's infancy they have hungered for wealth and the occult. Their emblem tattoos every harbor. Freaking Phoenicians. Alright, and then I picked up another one in the park that was the Boogeyman. Our wisdom flows so sweet, taste and deep. Transmit, initiate, Bogart signal, receive, initiate the Atlantic Island Park chime. Fairy tales give the children their first clear idea of the possible defeat of Boogie. Illumine the local legends of New England. Witness the Boogeyman. Man, I bet there's other lores up in there that I could get. I'll try and find them. I'm curious about the Boogeyman and if he's actually Nathaniel Winter, because I'm not sure about that. But I decided, instead of heading to the Lighthouse first, which I can do at any point in time, I'm pretty sure the story doesn't
Local
take
bounty
me there.
detected.
I wanted to actually continue the story a little and see if we head to my favorite place in this entire area. Defeat the Phoenician scout. Where? Ah! Bees. Why you gotta be a bee like that? See, now you're dead. A cold relic piece, eh? There's a piece in the park. Henry found something on the old barn by Winter that might point to the second piece. Follow up on it. Search near Nicholas Winter for information about the next relic piece. Ah, well, it was gonna take me to the Ding Dong Park if I had just Ding Dong waited. But I Ding Dong didn't, because F that, the park's great. I wanted to talk about it. But, let's do this. There's freaking creepo guys all up on here. I don't care. Why? Come on, Henderson's Legacy, let's do this. In your head. A legend from it, so let's pick it up and read it. Scarecrows. The sheer surge of supernatural energy jerked the scarecrows awake. They've raged silently, vowing to continue killing. They will never stop. And so it goes in Keensmouth on the Henderson farm. Archie was not the only magi to create walking scarecrows. Others around the world have enacted the same dark rites. Others have given bloody valentines to make the inanimate animate. Yay. I mean, I guess since I'm here, and these guys, his daughter's keepers. Wow. I'll just pick you. Oh, you guys were the same thing. Huh. Without Archie Henderson's will to keep them alive, the scarecrows went back to their perches and fell to a century sleep. The following generations of Hendersons repaired their shells and kept them around to frighten birds, never suspecting the human hearts that no longer beat within them. And then the fall came, and then the sheer surge of supernatural energy, blah, blah, blah. I know, I'm such a great storyteller. Jack the lad lost his head, left it where the lovers kiss. Serves him right. And it's gonna have me read that. Even though I can clearly read it on the thing. Search the area referenced in the graffiti. I don't know why I wanted to say reinforced by the graffiti. I just need 3 more scarecrows. Might as well. I'm tired of the Dane thing popping up and being like, you have a mission in this area you can do. And it's like, yeah, I could, or I could ignore it. you know? I don't have to do it. Excuse me. Flesh cutter? Who are you? Well, I mean, I know who you are. I meant more, why do you have a special name? I thought I saw a thing. Legend. Yay! We see Nathaniel signing the document to purchase the Henderson farm. We see what is embedded in the soil. We see the years of methodical attention to detail, the placement, the geomancy, the machines churning kinetic and preternatural energies, storing them over time. And we see the bright paint and lights that mask the true intention. An amusement park was the perfect engine with the added harvest of child laughter. There were screams too, of course. Accidents. An employee in a chipmunk suit went on a rampage with a knife. The engine churned, urban legend black and thick, and Nathaniel Winter vanished in that gooey murk after it closed down. Then came the boogeyman. His hauntings were initially fixed. Now he has reign to roam the creepy nooks and crannies of the park. If you confront him in these wanderings sweetly, then we have one more morsel to share. Oh, man, and I won't know it. Like, now I want to know. I'm uber curious now about what the heck is going on. And apparently, I was correct. Nathaniel Winter is the boogeyman, it seems. It seems. I didn't get confirmation. I'm not sure. Okay, so we need to check. What the heck was that? Okay, find the second relic piece. Blah, blah, blah. I don't want to attack you. Ah, here we go. I didn't realize he was eating the Phoenician scout. The Revenant Within. Wait a minute. I am going to him. Sam Krieg. Well, hush my mouth. I totally forgot. I think after the Lighthouse, it's the, place I want to go to next. It's not coming to me at the moment. I don't know why. But we're gonna head off to the Lighthouse, like it tells us. And, you know, find the author who specializes in the occult. I don't know if making occult books means you specialize in the occult. I mean, on one hand, I could see that, because you research it a lot and are always, you know, looking into, you know, stuff about it. But that's creepy as hell. I don't know if that makes you a specialist, you know? Revenants. They hold a special place among the restless dead, not just crudely revivified clay, but the animate fragments of an evil life, devious and clever. The self-aware plague, the pestilent agency, terror and pain are their food. We speak of the murder of one. We speak of the revenants. And I've read everything else, so we're only missing half of the Revenant legends. Not bad, not bad. Lots of dead bodies up in that place. Lots of dead bodies. Just a chair out in the middle of the field with a Zambo running around it. Neat. Neat. But you do you. If that's what brings you fun, you do you. Hey, Beans a mouth track and field person. Stop that. Check this out. Field of Nightmare. Zombies aren't the only killers about. This corpse has wounds that resemble those inflicted by a shotgun. Some marks on the body could even have come from a chainsaw. The victim was not mutilated by zombies. The killer, or killers, took little care to hide their tracks, which lead into the nearby field. To go there and investigate closer. It seems like all I do is investigate. They're just like, hey, go here, investigate. Okay? I mean, I don't mind. I get paid, but... Ah! I didn't realize that there was a Zambo coming up on me. Not until it was too late, and the Zambo almost got me. Okay, there's no legend. I just wanted to see if there was a legend. Because you never know. They're always tucked away in the some brownies. If you don't investigate, you will not find them all. Lord knows I haven't found most of all. Ooh, wrong way! time that I had to correct myself because I totally dodged the wrong way. I don't want over there. I want this guy. Thinks he's gonna pick up this chainsaw and attack me. Yeah. See? You ain't gonna do nothing. You ain't gonna do nothing. I said you ain't gonna do nothing. I see you're moving around out there. That's good. The coast is the site of that prep school that's kind of important to us. That should be one of your key action areas in the region. But don't let that limit you. Seriously, there are like 100 places I need you to be right now, and I expect you in all of them. Ciao, ciao. I work for a slave driver who makes it known she's a slave driver. No, not a slave driver. She's a hard ass. And no, I don't want no zombo on me. Oh god, I'm gonna have a lot of zombos on me. Okay, just gonna keep running. I don't need none of this. I don't need none of this. Okay, I might need some of it as there is a side quest up here that I do want to pick up, / need to pick up because I don't want to do it later. An open letter. Dear reader, a written request for an interview with Sam Krieg. Signed by Daniel Bach. Krieg is unlikely to meet the request, but your associates may appreciate a sneak peek into the author's next project. It seems unlikely Bach will get his interview, but perhaps your associates would appreciate a few pages of a discarded draft of Krieg's planned novel, The Hidden World. Perhaps. Ah! I tried to pick him up. It threw me back, and there's a raven. What? Ah! Chase after the raven. Dick. And you got a zombo on me too? Rude. Just so rude. I hear you. I see you. Ah. Can't stop, won't stop. Will juke though. Ha. Sweet. Now I can sprint. I like sprinting. It's better than running. Okay, yeah. I was like, was I supposed to turn? But no, the raven's telling me I'm going the right way. Thanks, ravens. This one was really easy. Well, this stretch right here. Yeah, I was pretty sure I didn't need to come here. Wait, keep going? Oh, okay, never mind. Apparently I didn't need to go over there. Good thing I did. Which way? Which way? Oh. Really? Crossroads? Ah. Got me. Look. I got it. Give me the pull. Pages from the hidden. Field report has been received. Sweet. Alright, back the way we came. Kind of pointless to do that, but meh, it gets it out of the way. Because like I said in Keen's mouth, I am doing all of Solomon Island. And I rather went wrong way. Jesus. Plan on doing every quest because, like, as sure most of you have been able to tell, if not all of you, the level that these enemies are at and my level are pretty different. So, I like to keep it that way for this first area. It puts me at a good head start. I don't really have to deal with much of anything, really. So, keep running. We ignore everything. Why am I up here? Because that... I don't like that I can hear music from in there. I don't like that I can hear music from in there. Alright. I'm running across. I know I have that legend to read, and I'm going to read it right now. A scant few souls escaped the fog by chance. On trembling feet, they stepped out and saw their town turned into a nightmare painting, an unstill life in waterlogged meat. In the empty streets, silent turned to sobs, sobs to shrieks. Those who vanished with the fog returned as the shambling dead. Some of the living stood transfixed by the rotting stench as their loved ones tore them to pieces. Ah, such is the story with Sambos. Stick around too long near them, and they will get you. Alright. Kill the lurking Wendigo. Well, why is he lurking? How'd he get out here? Oh, you're in my way. Yay, we found the lighthouse. Yay. Sweet. Allow me to apologize for seeming abrupt and personal and presumptuous. Blah, 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 blah. It's the thing from Sonic again. Really, dude? You make me think I got something interesting to read, but it's just you. You ain't my boss. How'd you get this number? Who gave you my number? I'm gonna do a quick run around here. I don't think there's anything on the back. Doesn't look like it. Oh, it's over here. Wait, no, it's the front. Tricked me, Lighthouse. Alright. Still gotta find that author who specializes in the occult, so ride in the elevator. That was a quick elevator ride. Haha! I said haha. The Orochi group, eh? Have you ever had the falling dream, sweetling falling, always falling? You fall so far. You fall into the unconquerable sun. The stars go out. You can hear a star scream for eons and eons after it's died. Awake in the dark. The flicker glow of the TV, a reassuring commercial for cycle energy bleeds into a staccato ad for Diet Zygon Cola, an arcade aftertaste of carcinogen rapture. You reach for a can, synthetic, no sugar, weep for the false sweetness, pleasuring your tongue even as it eats your brain cells. You doze. Freaking Orochi. Orochi? Orochi, yeah, that's how they say it. They always say Orochi. Search the lighthouse for the third relic piece. Oh. It was in the trash. Combine the relic pieces. I think I just need to do this. Ah! Locate survivors at Innsmouth. I shouldn't do that yet. I should do his quests. And, because I like this dude. Sam Krieg, which pretty sure that's how you say his last name is Krieg, is freaking great. As I have said with most of his characters in this area. All of them are great. They're just so good. I like them. I like their, well, character. You know, like, did I mention I fucking hate purple? Now we know the Phoenicians weren't at the amusement park just to enjoy a little family time. I can only imagine the repercussions from us beating them to the punch and gathering these relic pieces. Can't say I'm that worried about it. Just surprised by their interest in Behemoth as well. Seems he sparked quite an interest. Either way, job well done. Keep up the good work and keep an eye out for any more Phoenicians storming out of the cracks. KG. Apologize for the language. That you know. Kristen has a mouth on her. Don't blame her. Finally, we got an effigy thing. Woohoo! That's something else I gotta get to blue. Because I've already got everything else. I'm ahead of myself. Alright. A reasonable man. Sam Krieg snipes at zombies from atop the lighthouse. Helping him on the ground could lead to some interesting insights into zombie behavior. Sam Krieg laments all repetitive behavior as destructive and unreasonable. Anyone with any sense, he claims, would break the pattern and try something else. Attempt to find a way to break the pattern and see if the zombies can be eliminated with more effective means. And I'll get a theatrical thing. What will I get? I'll get theatrical backdrop lighthouse. Using this item allows you to use the lighthouse backdrop in theatrical productions. I still don't know what that is, and I've been playing this game for like a year now. Reasonable man. Freaking love this guy.
99 filthy undead on the wall. 99 filthy undead. If one of them filthy undead were to fall.
Nice shot, bro.
99 filthy undead on a wall.
I like your song, too. Can I take it?
The movies lied. They can take one to the head and keep on ticking.
What?
The dead keep rising, the buzz fades. Every day it's the same thing. Drink, shoot, ride, shoot, drink. Like a hamster on a wheel. Around and around we go.
Sounds like fun, bro.
Do you ever do that? Keep going when it serves absolutely no purpose?
I think a lot of us do.
When it's already clear you're not making any kind of difference?
Yeah, I think a lot of us
A
do.
reasonable man might say, this isn't working. I gotta change things up. He would do things differently. Look for a way to break the cycle. Find a way to give those things closure. Instead of being stuck in this endless grind.
I don't know, seems fun.
But I write for a living. I make millions repeating myself.
That's what a writer does.
What's your excuse?
My boss tells me to do this. Oh, that bastard got back up again! Just to get back down. Aw, that's great. I like Sam. Sam's cool. Oh, and I can pick up his investigation too? Oh, sweet. I should do that. I should get that knocked out too. Do two things at once. Multitasking. Woo! Okay. Crime and punishment. Sam Krieg seems to know a lot about shadowy sickness that underlies Solomon Island's history. Trace the famous author's research into the island and find the source of his knowledge. The Lighthouse is filled with books and discarded papers. This room is the culmination of Sam Krieg's interest in Solomon Island. Find out what first brought him here and trace the evidence back to the source of his knowledge. You got it, person who tells me to do this stuff.
We may curse heaven for our fate, but hell is a device of our own construction. The Ebony Tower, #1 on the New York Times bestsellers list, 5 weeks running.
Nice, bro.
We are the architects of our own destiny.
I agree with that. I agree with that
There's
statement.
no innocence, only ignorance. Nobody could ever accuse me of empathy, of genuinely caring for people.
You don't seem
In fact, they'd probably say that Sam Krieg is a cold son of a bitch.
cold son of a bitch.
And they'd be right. People don't interest me. The acts of people, now those are intrinsically interesting. Particularly the consequences of those actions. Cause and effect, crime and punishment.
We have a quest title.
It's every book I ever wrote and sold 1 million copies of.
Oh, really?
So what did the good folk of Kingsmouth do to deserve their fate? I tell you, they were evil.
All of them?
Kingsmouth, Solomon County, pure evil, all of it. Like a modern-day Sodom and Gomorrah. Always was. From the moment the pilgrims stepped off the boat and set forth on these shores. There's a dark rot festering behind the flower print veil of the Labor Day barbecues, homecoming parades, and maple syrup.
Maple syrup.
I should know. The deeper I dug, the darker the hole, the more I found. A goddamn abyss of foreshadowing.
Goddamn abyss.
I've seen evidence of acts so cruel and demented, so twisted and sick, right out there, that people might confuse them for one of my books. And if you've read any of them, and I'm sure you have, you'd know that this place has blood on its hands, and plenty of crime to its name.
Oh, I already know.
I'm sure you know this one. Show a gun on the mantelpiece in the first act. Before the curtain goes down, it's going to blow someone's scrotum off.
I don't know about the scrotum, but...
Upon the wicked shall fall a rain of fire and brimstone.
Well, if you just look further to the park there, you'll find a little place that, kind of has hell lurking about it. So, okay. With those two themes picked up, we're gonna pick up this discarded letter. Are you shitting me, Lucindia? Get out of my way. Yeah, Lucindia. Good for public relations? I think you get off on connecting me with these lunatic fans. I think you're hoping I'll kill someone. Wouldn't it be wonderful to bump sales and get rid of me in a most spectacular fashion? This fanatic you found is even more obsessed than the redhead in Tulsa. Sure, I got information out of him, but it took everything I had not to blow his balls off. And I bet I could have gotten away with it, too. Your Honor, look at the website this man has about me. Look at this picture I had to throw in the garbage. Notice the pathetic eyes begging me to end his miserable life. I would like to submit into evidence this goddamn fucking town. I had to abandon my car at an intersection because the gravel road with the stupidest sentimental name I have ever heard became too narrow. Oh, and thank you for the GPS, Lucinda. It tried its utmost to steer me into a fiery fucking death. Well, I thought I could look at that picture. I guess I'm wrong. Oh well, whatever. I'm outie. I'm done there. Ah, almost ran past it. Do I have to be in there to use it? No, I don't. Haha. Magical elevator. Step outside to use it. Be in it when you're done. Alright. So... oh. Well, I need to go kind of up in that anywhere either. Anyway, so... He said his car got stopped at the most sentimental name place ever. But I recall seeing the car up in this area, as it does look pretty narrow over there. So let's go to Lover's Regret, which I apparently need to go there. Anyway, as that's where the action quest is. I'm not sure if I want to do the action quest first, or if I want to do the investigation first, because I'm pretty sure the investigation would probably be pretty quick, as I kind of know it. Like, here's his car. Okay, trace Krieg's route back to the informant. Okay.
Quick access inventory updated.
Thank you.
Your journey has been calculated. Please exit onto a mapped road.
Okay.
Continue eastbound for 200 yards and take the second exit. Prepare to turn right.
Ah.
Turn right and follow the road for 500 yards.
I think this is the right way.
Continue to follow the road. Prepare to turn left. Turn left now. Navigation is paused.
Okay, I'm not sure. Okay, I think I took the wrong way about. But it shouldn't matter, as I will still get there, I'm pretty sure. Just taking a different route. And trace Krieg's route back to the informant. I think I need to be over here on Illumination Way. Okay, I cannot be by the theme park. It is freaking creepy. I think I turned a little too early. My bad. Yeah, from how the GPS was sounding, should have gone this way and then followed it. I think. Not exactly sure. I'm just kind of
Special
trying to do
assignment
this
received.
from memory.
Initializing.
Like, some I remember, some I don't. Really. Freaking really. No. That is a creepy jack-o'-lantern. Ah! Oh, I overkilled that. Ah! Back to the info. I thought that house was it, but I guess I was wrong. Wait. Ah! Okay. I'll never forget this, Sam. Check out my site, samkriegsightings.wordpress.com. We gotta keep hitting them with the ugly truth. Man, he looks so thrilled. Find out where Krieg's informant lived, which I think was that house I was at. Wait. Gotta pick this up. Okay. Got the black house. Sometimes fuel gets split on the fire. If I read that correctly. I'll read that when I get inside this place. If I can get inside this place. Find a way inside the house. Oh, I gotta go to that website. Oh, okay, first legend. Sometimes fuel gets spilt on the fire. In 1987, several guests disappeared from the Overlook Motel. Those conniving lips whispered new rumors. The investigation proved Carrie Gillian innocent, but the seed was already planted in the simian brains of the townsfolk. We visited a few of the mundanes hovering over their beds and tried to warn them of the coming disaster, but they saw us and lost their simian lives. When the two children were found near Miss Killian's home, it was too late. So we're only missing 2 legends. I'm missing the first one. And the 5th one. Well, well, well. Alright, back to this. Ugh. Find a way inside the house. Looks like I need a code. Okay. It did give us pictures, so if I recall, let's be cool. Thank God I can do this. Okay, Sam. Krieg, Simons. WordPress.com. Alright, Sam Krieg sightings. About list of work. About list of works. Site dedicated to horror writer Sam Krieg. I'm afraid to jinx it, friends. I'm not going to write too much about it right now. Let me just say that I recently got off the phone with someone's agent. Hell, I can't keep it to myself. Whatever. Okay. This doesn't tell me much. Oh, okay. My favorite covers. So you have the Lighthouse, the Undead, the Resident Horror, and the Marked. Huh. I can actually share this. Neat. Are Sam Krieg and Stephen Bachman the same author? And Sam Krieg coming... I remember the code is pretty long. And it's one of these books' code. I can't remember it though. I'm pretty sure I have to like actually look up a book. Or something like that. Crap. Okay, hold on, I'll be right back. Okay. So I figured out the code to get into the dude's basement. Honestly, if I'd just done a little bit more sleuthing, I could have figured it out. It was this ISBN number. Not all of it, just these last four, 8237. For this one in particular, the Resident Horror. Okay. So, annoying you guys and your lunch over there. It was 8327? No? What? I could have sworn. Oh. I wrote it down just in case, and it's 8237. Damn. I was close. I always do that. I always end up getting things around. That's why I have to write stuff down. It's terrible of me. Alright. Entering man cave, really? Yeah. Man cave. Well, I mean, this is what you're into. Okay, access user. Alright, so let's get that little hint. That's not. There we go. Wilco's Pendulum, hardcover, original. Oh my god. Stuff's ridiculous. So, in my sleuthing of the code to get down here into the man cave, I looked a little bit ahead because I needed to know if there was anything else that I would get tripped up on, and I would get kind of tripped up on this. This requires the full INBS, I believe that was what it is, number for this book, the hardcover. I'll make a little note if you're German or playing this in a German client. You apparently need to have the German version of the number for this book. I don't have that written down, so that'll be something you'll have to look up if you're playing the German version of this game. But we are not. We're playing the English version, so we shall do it. We shall put in the number it wants us to, which is 978-015-1327. 652. And and I'm in. Select your inquiry. Welcome back, Sam. Krieg rules. Jeez. Alright, so let's just check some of these out. Keen's Mouth. Solomon Island as magnet for grimy souls. Is there any other kind? King Arthur's fibroma. Things that go bump in the mouth. Occult ambitions and the soil's turmoil fed on each other like alien corals, like acne and depression, perfect fit for Illuminati doctrine. Max influenced men, exposure abandoned in the flight to New York, gone corporate, infiltrated by communists. Island's power hasn't waned, only feeds and festers. Okay. The Academy, founded in 1798, wow, as private boarding school, front for something, smuggling the devil's gifts, funded by Russian prince, run by the Illuminati, rituals on every syllabus, rebuilt in 1850 after the Great Fire, rebuilt in 1904 after the earthquake, rebuilt in 1967 after the explosion. Soviets wanted it back. The most feared track and field team in the state. Yeah, and then Henderson's farm. Henderson had talent for excruciating arts, always restless, somber, volatile, broke from occult circles to build farm Y, oldest son crushed in 1904, Bolsheviks, wife's suicide, enter sorrow, dug deeper into necromancy, Thantology, Egyptian rites, both daughters died, enter madness and melancholy, exit with grazer. So let's talk about Blue Ridge Mine. Built during the mining boom of the 1870s, machines greased with blood, conflict with the Wabanaki, they had socialist sympathies. Mine was shut down, reopened in the 1970s, foreman shot the shaman, protesters jailed, land sold to third party, unable to trace, could be Soviet, Jesus Christ. Recently started quarrying at the site, soil is like skin, no limit to how deep our nails can dig. Park. Maine magnate Nathaniel Winterbourne Kaminsky bought the Henderson farm in the late 1970s, wanted to build amusement park front for Soviet missile base. Jesus Christ, this dude and Soviets. Henderson's dark legacy in the air, Henderson's blood soaking in the soil, Winter fast-tracked his permits, money, and connections, and pushed through all red tape and resistance, hell-bent on children's amusement. Right. Overlook. Motel built in 1960, Shirley's Temple, cold day in November 1986, the Little American Town Doctrine, 5 guests disappeared, 5 points on a pentagram, Iron Curtains, journalists have been poking around Cold War communications base, walls are known to be thin. Jesus Christ. This dude and freaking anything Soviet. Built in 1974 by Carrie Gillian, single woman from Miami, may have spent time in Minsk. Locals didn't take kindly to her art, riled up rumors, torch-bearing mob, barred the doors and windows. The night we burned her down, now it's a party house for the punks at Amesmouth. Frat initiation rites, beat the fright, stay at night, no one ever does. And then finally... Born September 11, 1951, history teacher, married 3 times. Anne Mary Ellsworth left him in 1983. Glasnost was a front. TV star Bobby Mann, born Popskew, if I said that right, left him in 1986. Wow, it was only a 3-year marriage. Third wife, Elizabeth Galvin, died of breast cancer in 2002, his longest. It seems. Writes letters to his dead wife, loves Kashmir, hates the Habs, misanthrope, knows all about the darkness in our hearts, the cadence of shit, conspiracy buff, dominant theme in his novels, people pulled into the abyss, drinking problems, writer's block, OCD. I don't blame the guy for not liking this dude. John Anderson. So we now know who this guy was. We know where he lived. We know what he looks like. Most importantly, we know that he knows too much. I really hate finding these basement Illuminati references, especially when they're not that far off. Except for all the Cold War paranoia, the Reds went down with Ivan Drago. We have reason to believe Anderson left the island shortly after meeting Krieg. Well, we'll need to find him and figure out just how much he knows. We'll leave the blog up for now. Maybe he'll try to log in from wherever he is. Fun fact, also a KG breakfast. Ooh, large black shades, you say? I'm down for shades. Large black shades. Large shades. Hell yeah. Look. Dapper as hell with these Malcolm X? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Glasses. They remind me of Malcolm X glasses. If that's who I'm remembering correctly, I apologize if I'm getting the name wrong. I thought that said the naked, not the marked. I was very confused. Okay, so now we gotta go and acquire the gutted fisherman's stuff that I skipped over a little bit. Wow, those trees are really messed up. Overlook Motel, the Savage Coast. I always like how they put the name in of the zone in somewhere. It's a neat little touch. Oh, that's just the thing. Whatever. Nope. None of that. Cannot. Will not. Out of my face. Alright, acquire flares from Code Fisherman. Oh, well, good to know I really don't have to run that far. Eater. Alright. Oh my goodness! Got one. Two different caches. Ooh. Oh, and a flare.
Quick access inventory updated.
We more wanted the flare, but we got 2 caches! Yay! I don't know how many are floating around out there, so maybe holding on to them for a while. Decide okay, so we just need to. Don't know if there's any up here. One more. There's one up in there. Sweet. Use the flares to draw Sam's Krieg attentions to groups of zombies. I butchered that sentence in every way possible. I'm gonna let him take him out. That is what he wants to do. I said. Alright. He is good. He is good. Come on. There we go. Alright. Just need 5. Just in case I run out of flares. I didn't want to do that. I just wanted to shift to one and accidentally shift dodge. Not what I wanted. Really? Really? He needs one more? Well, good thing I got 2 more flares. Let's have eaten corpses. I know I have to, so might as well. Alright, got 1. 2. A 3. Sorry, I don't know why I'm thinking of the freaking Tootsie Roll Pop commercial. I just have no idea. Luckily, I've cleared out most of the area where corpses would be, so just need 1 more after this, which looks like it's right over there. Yay! Okay, use the corpses to lure zombies over the bluff. Suicide bluffs, yay! Ah! You're another different one, sweet. Look at us just getting a whole bunch of different caches. I got the Oni War cache. No, what? Yeah, man, don't mind me. That was the weirdest thing to see them just actually jump. Just, wee! Whatever floats your boat, I guess. That's so weird, that zombie drone is so strong. Who's supposed to kill him? I assume somebody was just in this. Man in the ebony tower. Occasionally rifle shots can be heard from the nearby lighthouse. Whoever is holed up there is using zombies as target practice, perhaps to clear the way before they scavenge for supplies. It's reasonable to think that whoever's in the lighthouse is desperate. Not only would it be kind to help gather supplies for them, it also couldn't hurt to have more friends around. True. Alright, so apparently we're gonna help Sam get some stuff. Might as well pick this up. Survival of the dead. A bottle here has a message in it. According to the message, there are survivors holed up in houses on the south of the island near Solomon's End. Peculiar that the bottle is here, though. Someone must have intentionally put it here, but why? The message didn't travel far, and help cannot come from without, but perhaps it can come from within. Go to the beach houses and check for survivors. Maybe later. First things first. I don't know if you're supposed to be up here, big guy. Why am I picking up booze, you ask? Because Sam Krieg's an alcoholic. Revenant? No, just crows. Crew. Alright. Nope. Oh, I'm already super far over. Okay. That didn't look good. Apparently that Goliath's just gonna go for a stroll. Not by me. Down this way. Around this way. Down this way. Man, kill zombie Goliath. Kill the necrotic mutation. Necrotic mutation. You're very filthy. Okay. And then we gotta cover the rock. Cover the well with the rock. Just cover the rock. Filth barrels. Shooting filth in a barrel. Barrels filled with a thick, oily substance lie close to a dark well. The contents seem to cause erratic effects on all life and unlife on the island, and they warrant investigation. The barrels have been filled with a vile substance, boiling in the dark well and lined along the pass and bluff, almost as in a deliberate attempt to affect everyone, and everything that passes them. I like Sam Krieg, I really do. His books always make me giggle like a schoolgirl. He's not even 100% wrong 100% of the time. Then again, even a broken watch is right twice a day. Unless you go digital, then you're down to one. Your focus on the black pool here was, of course, the correct focus. This dark matter, obviously has an effect on everything it touches, living and dead. And we're getting more and more reports like yours. I don't need to tell you that we'd prefer to be in front of the curve on this. That's the what. I'll leave the how to you. Ciao, ciao. Sweet, we're getting there. The Infernal, Garthen. and Oni. There's the winter, the Halloween one. I think that's it. I think there's only 5 caches that can drop. Maybe wrong though. Would be my first time wrong. Oh, there's the tribal cache too. I don't think that one's dropped. Infernal, Oni, Agarthan, and there's the tribal one for the area that the new area they released a couple months ago. I am supposed to destroy barrels, my bad. Here I am, it's like, no zombies, bad zombies. And they're like, but wait, you're supposed to be attacking barrels. Because freaking barrels don't know their places. Stupid barrels. Take that. Get me covered in filth. Literally. They rise from the ground. Ah! Can't hit me with filth if I'm too far away. And, ooh. Yep, and there's the haunted one. Still a infected worker. I like how you made a noise with your explosion. Well, if there's one thing we know about these people with the barrels, it's that they can't be too bright. Placing buckets of poison on the side of the road is a tactic about as sophisticated as, hey, your shoelaces are untied. Using this black substance to do a little spring cleaning, on the other hand, doesn't necessarily qualify as a terrible idea. We'll have to learn more about it, have the magicians do some field tests, but we should certainly look into it. Good thing you destroyed the prototypes, primitive as they were. We don't want anyone beating us to it if it pans out. KG. On one hand, that's true. On another hand, I don't know. Okay, so I'm just gonna keep running, because I just know. I just know. Oh, I get to the lighthouse. I gotta collect some points. Jeez, I got so many SP and AP. It's ridiculous. I think I need to hold on to that AP though. I think I'm almost there. Gift? Why do I have a gift? What time is it? Oh, that's why I have a gift. Okay. Might as well. Heck yeah, give me that money. Give me tons of money. 7,000? Oh yeah. Delicious money. Sweet. But I need more of, I don't need anima shards. I need marks of favor. The thing you can't see. Because I have tons of anima shards, but I need the thing you can't see, which I only have 16,020 of those. I need like 30,000? Something like that for the sprint. Yeah, 30,000. Dang. Halfway there-ish. Nope. That didn't work. What did I do? Deliver the supplies to the... Place supplies. In the box by the door. Alright. Totally forgot I had that side quest. Transmit, initiate, technical support signal, receive, sweetly. Do not chill, scream, and panic. Your sysadmin is going manic. The bottle caps do not lie. We exist outside the eye. Q base, Q penthouse protocol, Q sex, drugs at all. Witness our embrace. Don't be huffy because we hack. The buzzing appreciates all you do. The world is dying. It's all true. Man, I love those ones. Those are my favorite. do love a Templar one just because it starts off with Mr. Sonic strumming along with In the Air Tonight, and I'm just like, that's awesome. Because just imagining that Sonic doing that is just something that would not happen in a million years, but it's funny to think about. Okay, so life imitating art. Horror author Sam Krieg's worldview and his opinion of the secret world is as bleak as his best-selling novels. Well, that's pretty bleak, my dude. Is the man's unkind muse reacting to the events of Solomon Island, or was it predicting them all along? Questions. Krieg promised you the same fate as the characters of his novels. It might be worth familiarizing yourself with his grisly page-turners. Do I have to? I mean, I'd actually probably be into his work in all actuality, so.
You know, you're just like one of my characters. You love evil. You don't run from it. You don't try to avoid it.
Glasses.
You welcome it. You crave it. You invite the pain and you cherish the suffering.
Whoa. This is
You
my
dive right into the filth and you make no attempt to wash it off. And when you finally climb back out, it doesn't matter how bad it smells, how the stench and the taint cling to you.
taint.
You just can't wait to dive back in. Like a dope fiend hankering for a fix, you don't want it to ever end.
Well.
You need it. Your entire identity, your raison d'etre, is at stake. Think about it. Who would you be? What would you be without this? Without your precious war on evil, without your secret world, your sacred brotherhoods, your ranks and titles and rituals, you'd be just another rat stuck in the race with a dead-end job, living for a paycheck and the weekends. One long booze-soaked downhill slide towards the dark and cold grave. But you probably believe in what you do. Believe it's right, that it's good. You soak in it so others don't have to. You take one for the team. You bend over and spread your legs and let the darkness inside.
Rude.
And somehow you justify it all with utilitarian pragmatism. You're a bona fide American hero.
Bro, is that sarcasm?
Get the hell out of here. Go find an abyss to jump into. Go soak yourself in filth. Maybe it'll be different this time. Maybe you'll save them all. Maybe you'll finally find some goddamn peace. Some closure.
Bro,
You're just like every single character I've ever written.
liar.
Fucked from page 1.
Oh, god damn it. If that's how I'm like them, then I really am. God damn you, Sam Krieg. Why did you write me like this? Alright, Lighthouse, Chapter 12. Jonah felt an acute and intense sense of dread slowly overcome him as he watched the savage coast beneath. In the monotonous shadows of the cold, flickering light from the old lighthouse, he could see them coming from the sea, slimy and ancient beings of the most terrible nightmares, waking from their cold graves in the deep and slowly walking to shore. The time had finally come, and Jonah started to laugh hysterically to himself. Fear and wonder, he thought, fascination, or plain insanity. Then he ran out to greet his inevitable destiny. Oh, yay. So you know what that translates into? Kill spell drog. Which is apparently down this way, so we leap down this way, because F the elevator, we don't need it. When you take no fall damage in a game, screw elevators and stairs. That's pussies. Alright, I'm gonna get a little closer. I don't want to just jump off and be like, ugh. We'll jump here. This is a good place to jump. Farewell, world. Cannonball! Sup, bro? Ah, I wasn't quick enough. Rude. Nice sounds. Nope. You did it too. How about this? Hey. though. Everything poured on me was weird. Empty. Apparently didn't. Damn it. Bro, you brood witch. Get your tentacle stomach out of here. You a spell? No, you're a druid. Are you a spell? You are a spell. Can't touch this. You're dead, aren't you? Yeah, you're just... You are. There's a smell queen back there. I'll kill her. Get her. I wonder if you'll count for her. No! Get your boots on my face. And that she didn't count. Man, that's bull. That's stupid. Alright. Find a rusty shipwreck. I have a hair of an eye. It's fine. Whatever. Have better things to deal with. Find a rusty shipwreck. Yeah, yeah. Come on. Come on. Who wants more? Come on. I'll say she was damn creepy running at me with her sea-covered face and could only see her eyes. It was pretty creepy. Undead, Chapter 3. Allison just ran, refusing to look back. It was like one of those dreams she used to have as a child where she was being chased. She would run and run, but the harder she ran, the slower she was going, until the beast would catch up and she would wake up screaming in a cold sweat. She can hear them now, catching up with her as she approached the cliffs. She stopped, heaving for breath, and finally turned around. There they were, and this was no dream. The dead had risen from their graves, and now they were out for blood. Allison was all alone. It was do or die. If she could only reach the old junkyard, she might be able to find a car and get out of there. Alright, so I got to kill zombies along the bluff, which means I apparently have to head back up. Easiest way would probably be this one. Going to just before the lighthouse. Ooh, excuse me. Alright. Rickety bridge, rickety bridge. Let's kill some Zimbos. Oh yeah. 4 down, 15. Well, 4 out of 15. Got 8. Sweet. Oh, 3, 2, 1, and go. I'll take out this group over here. 11, 10, 9. I'm done. Find a junkyard nearby. Can do. Just making my way to the junkyard. I don't want to deal with no zombies today. So I ain't gonna deal with no zombies today. Bum-ba-dum-bum-ba-dum-bum-ba-dum. I said I'm not gonna deal with no zombies, so I'm not gonna deal with zombies. An abandoned junkyard. Examine the novel The Resident. Fading losers. Alright, let's check it out. the resident horror. George glanced over at Eliza and contemplated his misfortune. Would the world ever give him a break? He shook his head and felt like crying, just like him to run out of gas in the middle of nowhere, just like her to not be amused. He stepped out of the car and looked around, hoping to find a miracle. It was getting dark and a cold wind was sweeping through the damp forest. A loud click. Were they not alone? Other cars around them, rusty and broke down. A graveyard of cars. A loud click. An engine coughing to a start. A light from the old barn. He spun around as Eliza screamed. The barn, he thought. They had to make it to the barn. So now we destroy the resident horror. Arson. I didn't think I hit it, but okay. Oh, wrong way. Here. Explore the old abandoned farm. Old abandoned farm, I'm here. Apparently I don't have to climb the thing to get the thing. Alright, marked. In the shadow of the sparkling flame inside the old barn, he started the ritual, the virgin blood, the ancient symbol. He slowly started reciting the sacred text, careful to keep his rhythm even and his voice firm. Towards the end, he let his voice rise to a crescendo, closed his eyes and tilted his head back, arms raised towards the realm of the old gods. Exhausted, he sank to his knees and looked up at his magnificent creations. It was his masterpiece, at last. Finally, he would keep his promise to his master. The old house on the bluff was marked. The trail of blood would never stop. Oh, what's this? Survive barn attacks. Step through the door. Come on. Step through the door. Get out the boxes. It's kind of stuck there on those boxes for a second. It's weird. Alright. This next one's gonna get it. So far, so good. For a second there, I thought that Zombo was one. I was like, you're gonna get Zombo. Oh, the Mangler, eh? Alright. Well, that was neato. Go to the abandoned house near the lighthouse. Alright, can do. We'll just go over this way. It'll be easier. And take it all off. I don't care. My spirit sword will beat you up. I shouldn't have done that. Slow me down. Oh well. Oh wow. Alright. Sweet. Another haunted cache. I actually really like haunted cache. I like when it drops. It's cool. Examine the draft for the hidden world. I hate that I can hear music right there. When all the dreams have been dreamed and all the whispers whispered, you're left with nothing but one thing. Everything is true. The living dead stalk the night and the flames of hell burn bright. There is no dream and the voices are not in your head. Only the chosen ones can deliver the world from this evil. Only the children of the bees have the power to clean up the filth and light the torch that illuminates this hidden world. Rush the secret. No! Life imitating art. Hello, spoilers? I hadn't read some of these, I was waiting for the movies. But you don't need to be psychic to know how Krieg turns out. We keep an eye on him, he's been buzzing around the occult periphery for years. I say he has. I mean, he's replaceable, starry-eyed Nubel assistant. Innocence lost, everyone goes away with a dark secret. The man practices what he preaches. This prediction thing, though, right? Don't be rattled. We've got a roadmap for you too, and it goes, weeks into the future. It's open to sudden shock endings. Chow chow, sorry, I can hear the freaking house behind me, and it's freaking me out. Stop that. Okay. We finished the Lighthouse. Finished up Sam Krieg. We're done there. Heck yeah. So I think I will save this, and I believe I have to go to the Academy next. My favorite place. I love it. So much fun. I'll save that for the next episode. If you guys enjoyed this episode, please like, comment, and subscribe to keep in touch with my Secret World stuff. I'm having lots of fun, and I am not liking the house behind me, and it's bullcrap talking. Stop talking already. Loud and annoying. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.